Let's see what we have so far. I'm going to hit the green flag. The screen pixelates, then unpixelates. And what should happen here is that this bear 1, which is the sprite that you're supposed to click on, should show in the right location, which is this location here, right? And in addition to that, the song background music should play. So let's go ahead and get the background music playing first. We'll come over here to sounds while still on backdrops. We'll get play sound until done, and we want the bend sound. Right? That's the sound effect. So let's go ahead and play that. And this background music is a little too strong for my taste, so meaning the volume is too high. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my set volume to, put it above the play sound, and I'm going to change it to 20%. I'm going to try that out, see if it's a little bit more palatable. There we go. So slight background music. In addition, I also need this bear 1 to show. Okay, and I want the bear 1 to show like after it finishes pixelating, right? So this switch backdrop is going to switch backdrop to the bear, but it's going to be pixelated, and then this repeat is going to unpixelate the background. So once it unpixelates, that's when I want this bear 1 to show. Okay, so maybe what I could do over here for bear 1, if you notice, when I show it and hide it, I put it in the perfectly right spot. Okay. Yeah, I put him in the right spot. Okay. So what you want to do is, if this bear sprite is like off, right? Maybe he's over here. You want to make sure you put him in the right spot. So I'm going to put him again right in the right spot, right about there. Yeah, it looks a little high, so I'm going to do that. Well, that's more or less good enough, right? And so, yeah, let's go ahead, and first thing we want to do is go to events, green flag, and this bear should be hidden, right? When we press the green flag and it shows the intro screen, what do we want bear 1 to do? Well, we want him to hide. Right? And now when do we want him to show? Well, if we go to events, what we can say is when backdrop switches to bear 1, right, we can maybe wait 1 second while it unpixelates, and then we can go to looks and show. Let's see if that works.
Find me if you can.
Yeah, that worked pretty good, right? Okay, so sounds good. And so I guess the next thing we would want to do is make it so that when you click on him, it plays the "You Found Me" song, right? Or the "You Found Me" sound effect. And so how can we do that? Well, if we go to events, you can go to when this sprite is clicked. I am going to play the "Found Me" song.
You found me.
There we go. Yeah, now what should happen next? Well, what we want to do is we want it to pixelate and switch backdrop to this next backdrop, I believe it's called bear 2, right? This one here, and unpixelate. So basically the same effect that happened on the intro screen, we want to happen in between levels. Okay? And so how do we do that? Well, we can get a couple of repeats. We can get a couple of, what can we get? A couple of change graphic effects. Actually, this needs to happen over in the backdrops. Yeah, that needs to happen over in the backdrops. So what we can say is we need to have it so that bear 1 is able to send a signal over to the backdrops, so the backdrops can make that happen, can make the levels change by pixelating the backgrounds. So how can we send a signal from bear 1, right? So when this bear 1 is clicked, we're going to send a signal saying switch the backdrop to the next backdrop. And the way we can do that is with a broadcast message. Okay, so we're going to broadcast, click the little arrow and say new message, and we'll say level 2 maybe. Okay. So this is going to be the signal to say, okay, backdrops, go ahead and switch to level 2. And you'll also notice that the background music stopped playing. Right? That's not good. So we'll go ahead and work on those tasks in the next video, but let's go ahead and stop for now.